Welcome back to Ride 360. Today we're talking about something that gets every rider's heart beating a little faster, because BMW has rolled out its new motorcycle for 2026, and honestly, this one feels like a perfect mix of future tech, classic soul, and pure riding excitement. Whether you're a daily commuter, a weekend canyon carver, or someone who just loves to admire beautifully engineered machines, this new BMW motorcycle feels like it's been built with you in mind. The moment you look at it, you can tell it's a BMW. There's that unmistakable presence, the strong stance, the confident lines, and the feeling that this bike is not trying too hard to impress anyone, because it already knows what it is. BMW's design language for 2026 feels sharper and more mature at the same time. The body panels flow smoothly, the tank design looks muscular without being bulky, and the lighting setup gives it a modern, premium look that stands out both in daylight and at night. One of the first things you notice is how balanced the bike looks. It doesn't feel top-heavy or awkward, even when standing still. BMW has clearly focused on weight distribution, and you can sense that this motorcycle is meant to feel planted and confident on the road. The riding posture is comfortable yet sporty, giving you that perfect middle ground where long rides don't feel tiring, and spirited riding still feels exciting. Now let's talk about the engine, because that's where BMW really shows its engineering magic. The 2026 BMW motorcycle comes with a refined, powerful engine that feels smooth at low speeds and aggressive when you twist the throttle. Acceleration is clean and linear, so you don't feel sudden jerks or unpredictable power delivery. Instead, the bike builds speed in a very controlled and confident way, which makes it enjoyable for both new riders and experienced ones. On city roads, the engine feels calm and relaxed. You can cruise through traffic without constantly shifting gears, and the bike responds instantly when you need a quick overtake. On the highway, it really comes alive. The power feels effortless, and the bike maintains high speeds without feeling stressed. You can tell that BMW has focused not just on performance, but also on long-term reliability and smoothness. Sound is another area where this bike shines. It has a deep, refined exhaust note that doesn't feel too loud or artificial. It's the kind of sound that reminds you that you're riding something special, without being annoying to others around you. At higher revs, the tone becomes more aggressive, adding to the overall riding thrill. Handling is where the 2026 BMW motorcycle truly impresses. The chassis feels incredibly stable, even at higher speeds. When you lean into corners, the bike feels predictable and confidence-inspiring. It doesn't fight you, and it doesn't feel nervous. Instead, it follows your input smoothly, almost like it's reading your mind. This makes twisty roads an absolute joy, and even new riders will feel more confident pushing their limits a little. Suspension setup is another highlight. BMW has tuned it to handle a wide variety of road conditions. On rough roads, the suspension absorbs bumps and imperfections really well, keeping the ride comfortable. On smooth roads, it firms up just enough to give you excellent feedback and control. This balance makes the bike versatile enough for daily use and weekend adventures. Braking performance is top-notch, as you'd expect from BMW. The brakes feel strong, progressive, and very responsive. You don't need to squeeze hard to get effective stopping power, and that's a huge confidence booster, especially in emergency situations. The bike remains stable under hard braking, and there's no unwanted drama when you slow down quickly. Technology is a big part of the 2026 BMW motorcycle experience. BMW has packed this bike with modern features that actually make sense in real-world riding. The digital display is clean, bright, and easy to read, even in direct sunlight. All the important information is right where you need it, without feeling cluttered or overwhelming. Riding modes are another great addition. You can switch between different modes depending on your mood and riding conditions. Whether you want a relaxed ride, a sporty feel, or extra safety on wet roads, the bike adjusts its behavior to match your needs. Throttle response, traction control, and other systems work together seamlessly, so you don't have to think about them while riding. Safety features on this BMW are impressive and reassuring. Advanced traction control helps keep the rear wheel in check, especially during aggressive acceleration or slippery conditions. ABS works smoothly in the background, giving you confidence when braking hard. These systems don't feel intrusive, which is very important. They're there to support you, not to take away the fun of riding. Comfort has clearly been a priority for BMW in 2026. The seat is well padded and supportive, making long rides much more enjoyable. The handlebar position feels natural, reducing strain on your wrists and shoulders. Footpeg placement strikes a nice balance between sporty and relaxed, so your legs don't feel cramped after an hour or two on the road. Wind protection is also well thought out. At higher speeds, the airflow is managed in a way that reduces fatigue without completely isolating you from the riding experience. You still feel connected to the road and your surroundings, which is something many riders truly appreciate. Fuel efficiency is another strong point. Despite offering strong performance, the 2026 BMW motorcycle is designed to be economical enough for daily use. You won't feel like you're constantly visiting the fuel station, which makes it practical for commuting and long-distance touring alike. Build quality is exactly what you'd expect from BMW. Everything feels solid and premium, from the switches on the handlebar to the finish on the body panels. There's a sense of durability and attention to detail that gives you confidence this bike is built to last. It's the kind of motorcycle that still feels special even after years of ownership. What really sets this bike apart is how well it adapts to different riders. If you're someone who enjoys calm, relaxed rides, this bike will happily do that. If you're in the mood for aggressive riding and pushing limits, it's ready for that too. It doesn't force you into one style of riding, and that flexibility is a huge advantage. For new riders, the bike feels approachable and forgiving. For experienced riders, it offers enough performance and technology to stay exciting and engaging. That's not an easy balance to achieve, but BMW has managed it really well with this 2026 model. Another thing worth appreciating is how refined the overall riding experience feels. There are no rough edges, no annoying vibrations, and no awkward controls. Everything works together smoothly, making each ride feel effortless and enjoyable. It's the kind of bike that encourages you to ride more, simply because it feels so good to be on it. The 2026 BMW motorcycle also carries a strong emotional appeal. It's not just about numbers or specifications. It's about how the bike makes you feel when you sit on it, start the engine, and roll onto the road. There's a sense of pride and excitement that comes with riding a BMW, and this new model continues that tradition beautifully. In real-world use, this bike feels like a true all-rounder. It's practical enough for daily commuting, comfortable enough for long rides, and exciting enough for weekend fun. Few motorcycles can genuinely do all three well, but this one comes very close. As we look at the overall package, it's clear that BMW has put a lot of thought into this 2026 motorcycle. It's not just an update for the sake of it. It's a carefully refined machine that builds on BMW's strengths while embracing modern technology and rider expectations. So if you're someone who values performance, comfort, safety, and premium quality, this new BMW motorcycle deserves your attention. It's a bike that doesn't scream for attention, but once you experience it, it leaves a lasting impression. That's it for today's Ride Talk, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 new BMW motorcycle, make sure you stay connected with Ride 360 for more honest, friendly, and rider-focused content. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and keep enjoying the road.